Hi, my name is Kathy Rudder, and I'm the Guest Experience Manager at Plimoth Plantation for the Craft Center, but I'm here today at the Alden House in Duxbury, Massachusetts to share some 17th century brewing methods. So I've got some ingredients and some additives over here on the table. The first step is bring water to a boil, so doing that over here. And when the water's at a boil, I'm simply going to pour it over some malted rye grains and let those sit. Now, the grain doesn't have to be rye. It could be barley, it could be oats, it could be wheat. It all depends on what the primary grain that you have available or that would be growing in your region in England. When it's coming to America, however, you find the flint corn, that is the primary grain available in North America and in New England, doesn't brew all that well. So going through time and going through history, you see potentially malt being imported, you see attempts at English grains being grown in New English fields. And to sort of finish things up, what I've also brought with me is an 18th century beer that is from Amelia Simmons's American Cookery, that is made with spruce and molasses. So those are fairly plentiful in America, and in fact there's no grain in it whatsoever. So you see different experiments happening throughout the 17th and in the 18th century. You see a lot of pumpkin in beer, you see wormwood in beer, and that's happening back in England as well. But the most straightforward English beer recipe is from Gervase Markham's The English Housewife, so that's what we're following step by step over in our setup today. And that is simply boil some water, pour it over your grains, let them steep for at least an hour. Strain the water out then, and that's when your hops get added. Your hops will add flavor, your hops will act as a preservative, and they're what make your beer beer as opposed to ale. If you were to make a traditional English ale, once you strain that water out, just wait for it to cool. That's when you add your yeast and cask it up and age it for later, or even as short as a week. What makes it beer is adding those hops, and then the process is the same. Once the hops get added, they boil with the beer for a while, and then when that mixture cools, that's when you add your yeast, cask it up, and from anywhere from a week to an extended period of time later, it's ready to drink. Beer is the primary beverage of English people in the 17th century, so it was an essential way of life. You see it in recipes beyond being beer too, not just as a beverage, but as an additive to mustard and even some medicines. It's very much an honor to be here at the Alden House today, and I look forward to sharing the experience with the people who come through. Thank you.